Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Sunday evening update on this Sunday, May 3rd. I almost forgot the date. This is, of course, the Sunday evening update where you get all the news and views of life extension from around the world. We talk to advocates and researchers, those who are in at the ground level doing all of the work out there, the anti-aging therapies, rejuvenation and regeneration, and all of that. Lots of great guests, of course, coming on the show every week. And this week we have Kelsey Moody from formerly the Methuselah Foundation Undergraduate Research Initiative. The name has changed, and we'll get into that just a bit. Of course, I also want to apologize. Last time we were here on a Sunday evening, April 19th, for the technical trouble. I still feel bad about that. My laptop was crashing. My broadcast laptop was crashing at the time. And I want to apologize to all the faithful viewers out there of the Sunday evening update. And of course, if you want to get any past interviews with some of the famous researchers and advocates that we have had on the show, authors, you name it, we've had them. Look toward the bottom of the Ustream page that you're on if you're viewing this through Ustream, and you'll see links to many of the past shows, and you'll be able to listen to them and find out a lot of great information. So tonight I do have some news and updates that will be coming up after the interview. I want to get right into tonight's interview with our special guest, Kelsey Moody, so I will welcome him to the program at this point. How are you doing this evening, Kelsey?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Jess?
Oh, everything's going just great with me as well. And first, again, I want to mention to everyone that the biggest change that we've seen with Kelsey since the last time that we talked with him, in fact, we had a couple of shows, a couple of interviews last year, and where he explained the Undergraduate Research Initiative. Well, as you can see from the graphic on the screen, the name has changed. It's now the Sens Foundation Academic Initiative for Undergrads, and Kelsey is the Undergraduate Academic Coordinator. So, welcome to the show, Kelsey, and I first want to talk about how the change has occurred and how it has affected your organization that you're the director of. Of course, the Methuselah Foundation, as we found out 2 weeks ago, has been split into two organizations, the Sens Foundation and the Methuselah Foundation. And from what I understand, the SENSFAI-U organization will be under the umbrella of the Sens Foundation. Now, how has that affected you as far as coordinating all your undergraduate research and advocacy?
From our position, I think it's been a very positive change for us. It's kind of let us put all of the research focus into one central area, and that way we're getting better use out of all our resources. From our position as an undergraduate research organization, or at least a component of the Sens Foundation, it's very beneficial for us to be able to work with the existing Sens researchers. One of the things that we are running into issues with when we first started the program was really getting a high quality degree of and quantity of different researchers as collaborators and as mentors for our student body. And the people that we have working with us now, especially recently, have just been phenomenal. We've got a lot of the top researchers in the fields that are writing projects for us, and we've kind of come a long way as far as increasing the quality of research that's being conducted by our students.
Well, excellent. Yeah, and of course, if that sounds good. It sounds like the transition is going well, and I'd have to say, being under the umbrella of the Sens Foundation, of course, makes sense. And I also wanted to know, you said that you've got some good contacts with the leading researchers, in the field through the Sens Foundation, and I want to know, particularly because this affects the Immortality Institute as well, is last year we put up a couple $1,000s worth of scholarship money for some undergraduate researchers, and I just wanted to know how that scholarship money has been used thus far.
Excellent question. Of course, we're very thankful for the Immortality Institute's donation to our scholarship fund, and you guys will all be pleased to know that it's been well spent. The first semester, we funded some students that were working on a variety of literature review projects, as well as some laboratory research projects. And currently we have a lot of projects that are pending. I mean, most of these projects are ones that will take upwards of a year at least to complete. However, this semester, the $1,000 in Immortality Institute scholarships were actually donated, or were actually awarded to 2 students who received a peer-reviewed publication for the research that they did through our program.
No kidding.
For those of you that aren't, for those of you that aren't familiar with actual scientific work, for students to be published in a strictly student journal is very prestigious and very difficult to have happen. But for the quality of work to be such that they got published in a peer-reviewed journal, that's just phenomenal, and I was bored and really impressed with the quality of work that these students were doing. So the money is going to the students that are doing the best work, and we're very pleased at the success that we've had with those students thus far.
Yeah, and the peer-reviewed publications, the ones that made it to publication, what particular research were they involved with, or what literature reviews or research were they involved with?
The particular project that was sent to publication had to do with glucosepane. The information about it is actually available on the website, but glucosepane is one of the cross-link proteins involved in the aging process. It's one of the age cross-links. Something that's very important to the Sens platform, and something that we thought was worth looking into. And the literature review consisted of just a very thorough documentation of its accumulation, the different chemical processes that it undergoes, and things along that line, along those lines. So it was a very broad overview of this molecule, but it was very thoroughly completed.
Very thorough, right. Well, hey, and one thing I want to thank you for already tonight is perhaps the correct pronunciation of that molecule, because I've always said glucosepane, but how do the researchers in the field say it? Glucosepane? Or
you know, I'm thinking glucosepane, but I'll go with however you want to pronounce it. I suppose it depends what country you're from.
Well, you know, myself as a layman, you know, that I've never really done any biology research or genetics or anything like that, I come across many of these terms, and I always wonder how they are pronounced. You know, I think in my own mind how they're pronounced, and I never really go up and look in the dictionary, which many of them are not in the dictionary, and they don't have pronunciation guides, so I always rely on you fellows that are out there doing the real research out there, and how when you go to a conference, how they all pronounce it. So thanks.
The fun part is when you write the scientific documents, because you go and write that in Word or something, and everything's underlined in red, and it's really no help at all with the spell check.
I see. Yeah, that's right. I've encountered that as well. And I also want to mention while I'm on camera here that if you do have any questions for Kelsey in regards to the undergraduate research initiative or some of the programs that they are offering, some of the research that they are sponsoring, please go ahead with that, with your questions in the text chat. That's the beauty of this show, is that you can interact with the guest as well as listen to me and Kelsey have a little discussion here on this Sunday evening. So, okay, we talked a little bit about, now I take it that there were a couple of scholarships awarded late last year. Was that the first round of $1,000, and then the next round is
right. We award them at the end of the semester. The awarding system is based on the American undergraduate college schedule, which is semesterly. So we award them twice a year.
I see. Okay. And then, so I saw that on your website, the latest deadline to enter, I have a little graphic here too, was April 20th, apparently, right? For scholarship.
The existing website is going to be moved over to the Sens Foundation, which is why there haven't been updates. Those are pending, and we're expecting them to be done sometime this week, hopefully. So that's why the scholarship applications haven't been updated, but they'll be all updated with the new website shortly.
Sure. So, important question then. So will MFURI or